so Fantastic. Yes, Fantastic. If the name of the film has been advertised as Fantastic, then Fantastic is what this shall be. Better than calling it Fantastic Four, that would imply the Fantastic Four are in this movie. But I digress. Fantastic tells how super genius Reed Richards helps create a machine that allows people to travel to another dimension. Reed, his fellow collaborators Victor Von Doom and Johnny Storm, and his inexperienced and non-science expert friend Ben Grimm travel to this dimension and things go horribly wrong. Johnny's sister Susan Storm brings back Reed, Ben, and Johnny after Victor apparently dies, but when the three get back, they, as well as Susan, gain extraordinary abilities. I feel legitimately sorry for the Fantastic Four. Every time they attempt to make a live-action film, it always ends up being anything but fantastic. The closest they have come to a good movie would be their very first film in 1994, and that film was never even officially released. It's practically impossible to ignore the amount of bad press the film has received, from rewrites in the script to appease fans, emotional breakdowns from the director, and the poor splash it has made at the box office. Was it all warranted? Fantastic is one of the most joyless and ugliest films I have seen in a long time. It is a shallow and empty movie that leaves the audience feeling as if they entered the movie theater and stared at a blank screen for an hour and 40 minutes. The actors, who I'm sure have done good in other films at one point in time, have zero chemistry with each other. I never got a sense of camaraderie or friendship between any of them. Not between Reed and Ben, who are supposed to be best friends, nor Johnny and Sue, who are siblings. It's as if the director simply told them to read their lines right on the spot without ever introducing the actors to each other previously. The villain is one of the weakest parts of the entire film, which is inexcusable given that Doctor Doom is so recognizable in pop culture. I may not have grown up reading Fantastic Four comics, but even I can tell you that whatever was put on screen was not Doctor Doom. He's as much Doctor Doom as Deadpool was Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine. But the nail in the coffin of this horrid experience is the overall tone of the film. One could get into the stupid plot holes of the film or how certain things make no sense. Seriously, why does the Thing not have any pants? But the tone of the movie is what kills it. In this age where certain superhero films get the dark and gritty treatment, I believe that giving this tone to Fantastic was a huge mistake. When you get to the basics of the scenario, Fantastic Four is all about how goofy and fun the stories are. It's a dumb concept, but it's fun and enjoyable for both kids and adults. And when you think that a story about a human rubber band, an invisible woman, a walking talking piece of ember, and an orange rock monster who fight a scientist dressed up as a knight who wants to take over the world needs to be all about how dark and gritty we can make it, then you have already missed the point and the true spirit of the real Fantastic Four. I don't know what else needs to be said. Fantastic is an ugly and depressing thing to sit through. The characters are made of cardboard, the villain barely does anything and is only in it for about 15 minutes, and the film is more preoccupied with how dark and gritty it can get. Clobbering time now represents child abuse according to this film. In no way can I recommend it. If you go see this movie, be warned, it will be your doom.